All right, y'all, welcome back. So today we're gonna finally take this thing off the truck, and it's gonna be difficult to do it by myself. So the guys down at All Dogs I'm gonna take the truck down there, and we're gonna take it off, and they're gonna let me leave it there for a little while, because it's not quite, my trailer isn't quite wide enough, my dang old trailer over here, for it to sit inside the bed rails. So I need to build like a little frame that it could sit on, so it can sit on top of the bed rails. That's for future Mike to worry about. But I already have the inside of it unloaded. I did that the other day for some stuff that I needed to pick up from the merch shop. New things are on the way. So everything is sitting in here at the moment. But before we head down to the All Dog shop, I'm gonna pull the spare tire off just so it's easier for us to move everything. And then I think I'm gonna pull that WeBoost antenna off just because of that wiring goes into the cab of the truck. The solar panel will unplug and I can just leave that out, which is fine. And I'm not worried about taking the brain fart, the awning off that I never use at this point. We'll leave that on for now, but we need to pull this spare tire off, so I probably need to move the truck over a little ways and try to get that antenna off, and then we'll head down there and see if we can do this without dropping it on the ground. It's nice and windy out, of course. This thing, it rides pretty rough without any weight in the back. So I imagine without the weight of the topper and the weight of this tire, it is gonna be a rough riding for the time being. But it's all right, it's not gonna last forever. Now hopefully the lock on here will work. Not be too full of junk. There we go. Last time I tried to take this lock off, it was so salted shut I couldn't get it off. Not bad. Just gonna, I should probably put it inside. This thing does have a couple of bolts that hold it somewhat steady, so I gotta grab some tools. Not sure what I need. I had originally planned, some of you guys suggested it, to try to use the tractor to pull it off, and I did some measurements, and that bucket is like 2 inches above the top of the topper on there. So that'd be a little bit sketchy. I don't want the topper to swing and then it's got a big ding in it from the bucket. It was a good idea, but it doesn't come up far enough to like do it feasibly. If my truck wasn't lifted, it probably would be fine, but Not sure what I need for tools. Let's see. Maybe metrics. It's probably standard. I don't know. It's a dang good looking Bronco though. Baby Bronco. Oh my God, I can't believe you bought the small one. Why would you do that? Oh, so I put this thing on here, which helps it keep it a little bit more steady, but there is a thing inside of the hitch receiver itself that keeps it a bit steady, but the combination of them helped a little bit more. This is just something you can put on any hitch to kind of keep it steady if you're using one like you have a bike rack or something. I do not remember what size this is. That works. Oh, come on. Might need to get a breaker bar. Crusted up in there. Oh, come on. Yeah, I gotta grab something else. On. Just need a little bit of extra leverage. Don't let me forget to move my plate onto the truck. This thing is heavy. Come on. And it's nice and dirty. Oh, shit. All right. Hey, let me move my plate, and then we'll get to that antenna. It already looks like it's sitting taller in the back. I mean, without all the weight on there, I'm sure it is to a point. It's funny, this thing is split, if you guys can see that. Probably from water getting in it, because it's like open in these certain spots. And then freezing right there. But this was a marketplace purchase, so it's not a big deal. If I remember right, I can unscrew this and take the wire out. I'll probably just pull the mount out, and then I should be able to pull the wire. I might have to unscrew the wire from there. I don't know. I just got to get it off of here quick. Suppose I could just unscrew the wire from the inside and pull it all this way. That might be the easiest thing to do. But either way, I'm going to pull the mount off. Yeah, I'm just going to... I need a wrench. I'm going to take this off, unscrew this from the box inside, and I'll pull all this back, because it doesn't come out of here. There's underneath here, there's a connection, and I've got that heat wrapped. You can see where it screws together right there. So it'll be easier just to pull it all back. Where's my clippers? Own this toolbox for 15 years. Still open the wrong drawers every time, but I think that's kind of normal unless you got them labeled. I don't know. I don't use it every single day, so. Never claimed to be a smart man. Now we just got to do this without actually clipping the wire itself. All right. So inside of the truck, this is where I have the thing mounted, and I just ran the wire down in and down this way, and it goes into this one, I think. It's the wire. Maybe. That might be the power wire. That's power wire. That is the front wire. We don't need to take anything else off, just for what we need for take this thing out. Yeah, that's it. Go. It just went right underneath this door seal. Bam. And then I had this white duct tape holding it on, which I'm sure this is going to leave nasty stuff on the topper, but maybe not. Hasn't been on there that long. Dang old 100-mile-an-hour tape. It worked. Bam. There we go. Antenna is off. Like I said, I can just unplug the solar panel once I get there, because there's just a little dangle that goes inside through that front window. But should probably take that out of here, and I guess I can make sure I have the correct tools to get the topper bolts undone. But I'm gonna do that quick and we'll hit the road. All right. Of course, I locked my sunglasses in the house, and I'm not gonna worry about getting them right now. So I'd have to shut the truck off. It's not worth it. Okay. It's probably about a 35-40 minute drive, and I'll see you guys at All Dogs. I think with the amount of people that we have, this should be pretty easy. I have taken this off once before when I still had the snow plow on this thing. I took it off in the winter because I had my snow blower and like buckets of salt in the back, and it was just easier to get access to all that stuff without the topper on. But that's the last time I've had it completely off, and that was, I could tell you what year it was because it was when a friend of ours got married, but maybe 2017, probably 17 or 18 maybe, probably something like that. So it's been a minute. It's gonna, I'm excited to see it without the topper on there. It's gonna look really different, obviously, but I'm sure it's just gonna ride super rough for the time being. But I don't know the exact weight on that thing, but I think on average the fiberglass shells are like 200 to 300, maybe some of them even up to 400 pounds, I'm not sure. So it does add a bit of weight. And if you're new here, I do have 3/4 ton leaf springs. So like the leaf springs that you would get in a Silverado 2500, and this is just a 1500. But I don't know, it's not horrible, but it's definitely a bit more rough than the half-ton springs. All right, I'll see you guys there. All right, made it down to All Dogs.
What's up?
Kyle is being courteous enough to let me leave it here for a little while until I'm gonna build a little frame and then we can stick it on the trailer like I said, but we're just gonna pull it off and set it right on top of these pallets. It's kind of how we did it when I painted the one that I had bought for the F-150, but there's a few guys here, so this should be easy enough. But I'll get you guys set up on a tripod if I point the camera in the right direction, and we'll get this thing pulled off of here. So.
Quite a bit more headroom, won't it?
Should be.
At least like you'll have to sit more towards the back.
I mean, I think even by the time it gets down to the middle, it'll be quite a bit more.
Been on there.
A little bit crusty.
A little bit.
Lift up and push a little bit at the same time.
Got all the
So
stuff.
I'll kind of walk it back. I mean, we can get pretty close to halfway before it heaters, and then we can just figure it out there.
Good. I mean, the topper will cover it, but yeah. We'll get another 12 person. Hey, thanks.
Oh yeah, it's sealed completely stuck.
Yeah, that's what was grabbing.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
What's up? Oh, we'll be able to. Just need one more person to. Yep. Well, here.
Might be more center right on.
We're off. Ready? Yep.
Any terrible?
Yep, you're good.
Good.
Good. Yep.
Ah.
Yeah.
A
Jesus.
little bit. Yeah, I forgot that I had put all this like duct tape or something.
Yeah,
Front steel just stuck on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, bit of a struggle, but we got it off of there. Thanks to these guys, I appreciate their help. You can see it's a little crusty under here. I had some duct tape in the stake pocket holes, and then I forgot about this. When me and Greg tried to reseal this when I was having a leak, I RTV'd this down, so this ripped off the bottom of the topper, which is fine. I mean, if I ever put that back on, I'd need a new seal on it anyways, but I'll have to screw around and maybe take that off of there. But the truck looks considerably different, I feel like, without the topper on there. It looks good, man. I miss it, but it is what it is. It's definitely gonna ride rough.
Yeah, probably. Just for a little bit.
Yeah, all right. Well, like I said, I got to come back down here and get that. I need to make a little frame so it'll fit on my trailer. And we'll get to that shortly because these guys are going to be gone next week. So if you guys are down in the Florida area.
Yeah, we'll be at Save Expo. Mike and I will be. It's next weekend. It's like Friday through Sunday. It's the end of the month, so it's in Stark, Florida.
Stark, Florida. If you guys want to check that out, I will not be there, but maybe one of the next events this year. You guys are doing all the Overland Expos.
We are, yeah.
So
Yep.
might go to one of the Overland Expos again. It's been a couple of years since I've been to one of those, but
You can always do more also.
Yeah.
In Springfield.
oh yeah, more's coming up too.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Yep.
All right, I've made it home, and it looks so good without the topper on there, but we're gonna build something for the back of this and figure it out, you know what I mean? But we ripped the Band-Aid off, we got it off of there, and surprisingly it didn't ride that bad. But I do need to, at a bare minimum, I'll replace this, but I did put duct tape over the stake holes. And then, yeah, like I said earlier, I forgot that I had, like, I think we used RTV or some sort of, I'll have to peel all of this off. But we'll get to it. It feels good, you know? It's the end of an era for sure. For sure, it's the end of an era. But we'll figure it out. So I think it's supposed to snow tomorrow, so we will probably take the Bronco out and try to do some hot tent camping. We'll see how all that goes, but you never know how it's going to turn out. So anyways, yeah, leave a thumbs up for this one for sure, and let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see and all that nonsense. I thought about putting some crossbars on there and running a rooftop tent for a little while, but we're just gonna work on what we're doing here and get her done. But it'll be cool no matter what we do. So don't get all butthurt about it. I hope you guys are as excited as I am for this. And as always, stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.